Let's prepare easy and healthy Italian bruschetta. For these classic Italian bruschettes, I always use full baguette. No matter if I need it all or I will use some of the bruschettes later, I always prepare them all. I try to cut it into bruschettes under the angle. From experience, this shape is the best for serving and for biting. When you cut all of them, you need to bake them around 15 minutes in the oven from each side. I always put some baking paper just in case, even though they will not stick. It's good to have them ready because when you have ready bruschettes, you can top them with any kind of vegetable or meat or fish or even sweet toppings, whatever you like. You need to be careful when baking since they can easily burn. On plain bread, you will add the extra virgin oil and you will cover each bruschetta from one side only. You can cover them richly since eventually they will be dried out in the oven. Olive oil makes a rich fundament for any kind of topping which you will add later. I personally do not like them to be too oily, but extra virgin olive oil gives them that perfect touch. While bruschettas are baking, proceed with cutting the cherry tomato. I prefer cutting them into small pieces like 5 mm with 5 mm. That size makes them perfect for serving on bruschettas. And as well, it allows tomato to soak in the rest of the spices that you will be adding later on. When getting your groceries, it is very important to choose ripe and very sweet cherry tomato since that makes a crucial difference to overall taste of the bruschettas. I'm a huge fan of Mediterranean food and they can be perfect cocktail food, but we eat them for breakfast as well. For my perfect mixture of spices, I add simple table salt, after which I add a rich amount of oregano. I always use dry spices since it is very easy for me. Thyme is a secret ingredient for any Mediterranean dish and I love the taste. Then I add some more extra virgin oil and mix everything together. Mix it well and leave it on the side for a couple of minutes to sit so the tomato can soak up all of the spices. Bruschettas should get that golden brown color. For next step, you will need 1 clove of garlic. You need to lightly wrap garlic onto bruschetta in gentle 2 to 3 movements. Don't overdo it since garlic can easily overpower any other taste or any other smell and you will just feel like you are eating a piece of garlic. These simple steps can really make or break the recipe. On top of it, start adding the mix of tomato with spices. I like the rich flavor of cherry tomato mixed with all of the spices and I really add a handful of it to each bruschetta. If you are not serving to any guests, this step can be even done by hand. An essential step to this recipe is adding fresh leaves of basil. I usually like to have 1 fresh pot of basil at home. This is the only spice that is way better than a dried one. It is high in antioxidants as well it is packed with vitamin K and vitamin A. Just a pot of green health. For 1 bigger plate of bruschetta, I use 125 grams of fresh mozzarella cheese. I tear the mozzarella into pieces with my fingers and place it on each bruschetta individually. These bruschettas are a perfect balance of carbs for your energy, protein for muscle building, healthy fats from olive oil, and vitamins and minerals from spices and herbs. It is easy for digestion and it tastes amazing with each bite. I as well love when my food looks as good as it tastes and it's very presentable for any gathering, cocktail evening or dinner with friends. For more amazing crisps, click that subscribe button.